13th, a mob of agitators stormed a church service in St. Paul, Minnesota, on Sunday to protest ICE. And the pastor, I think his name is Jonathan Farrell. He wrote a lot for Desiring God Ministries. I read a bunch of his stuff. He's a pretty stand-up dude. But I was curious about how we would respond if that happened to us. Like if this Sunday in church, a whole huge group of people came in and started screaming and hollering and saying, "How could you?" and this and that. Like how what's the proper way to respond to that? Like he got off the pulpit and he's like, "Shame on you for doing this. Like you're interrupting. Like this isn't how you communicate and try to get things done." But I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably just watch. Like,
yeah, I don't know what the right thing to do. I think that guy doesn't he actually work for ICE part-time? Or somebody involved in the story.
Yeah, someone thought he supported ICE.
I think,
or supported the picking up of
I think there's someone who's involved in that story who actually works for ICE.
Okay.
So they knew they were there, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what you do in that situation, because sometimes those mobs can be pretty angry.
That's right. Yeah.
And like, there's a lot of protests happening right now in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Like constant, every single day.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you do?
I don't have an opinion on that.
If Central got stormed on Sunday with a whole bunch of people going crazy, like what do you do?
I feel like I thrive in those circumstances.
Oh, so I know that, but
I'm just like, I don't know. I would just be engaging in conversation. Just talking to them. Why are you guys so worked up? What's going on here? Probably don't think that differently than you think.
Everyone stand up and just have a one-on-one conversation
with
people. Start praying for them.
I don't know. I just think
it's tough. I mean, I think this kind of stuff's going to start happening more and more. And like, we're not going to have this like safe church spot where it's always comfortable and everything is going right. Like the pressures are coming.
Do you agree with masked men going around communities, loading people up, deporting them?
If they're in the country illegally, yeah. Like if I jump across the border and don't go to the States properly and sneakily get in there and I try to go make money and it's not my country
illegally, yeah.
And then someone someone rats me out and says, "Hey, this is where he lives," and they come running in and take me. Well, I did that, right? Like I believe in immigration, but do it the right way. Go through the proper channels, and that's what they're doing. They're not getting people that are there legally. They're getting people that, they did it.
Are they? Are they not?
70% have criminal convictions or are criminals.
Yeah,
and I think there's 1% of the people who have been temporarily detained or asked have been U.S. citizens.
Okay, that's the part that to me that would become pretty intimidating. Like,
yeah, but that's why you have ID. Like, people do have the right to ask you sometimes for ID. The authorities do at certain points. But what is the answer to? There is no good way to solve this.
No, it's pretty messy. It's pretty messy. Especially
it's
some of these illegals have been there 25 years, right?
No, a lot.
And they're very
like during the
Biden
administration, they figure around 10 million illegals came in.
How I would solve it?
10 million. So that's in the last 4 years. How would you
solve it, Tim?
Well, it wouldn't solve it. But what I would do is, if you guys are going to stay, I would let them stay. Like, not the ones who've been here for 5 minutes, but somebody who's been there for a long time, and give them the option, be like, you can leave and you can become a citizen properly. Because the big worry is they're going to have like a way to vote. That's the big worry that the one side is having. So because it's just like, you can stay, Canada, but you never can vote. You can never become a citizen. You can become a permanent resident, but you're never going to be able to vote. If you do want that right to vote, you have to leave.
But now your children would be citizens, right?
Through birthright citizens, yes.
Okay.
So they're just trying to import their voters.
Yeah, because in the U.S., there's a bunch of states, I don't know how many there are, at least more than 5, where you don't need voter ID to vote.
That is insane.
Nothing.
That is insane.
Nothing. Like that is Canada, who's way more crazy liberal. You have to show your license. It gets like referenced on the paper. Like you're actually registered and stuff like that. That makes sense, right?
But that's any ID, because there's like half the states. It's just like you need to show like your water bill or whatever. It's not even photo ID.
That's right.
Like a lot of them don't require photo ID.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
That is wild.
I mean, a lot of these cities people aren't feeling safe anymore and stuff like that. And it's picking these people up the way they're doing it's not ideal. But
that's unnerving. I guess that's where I was coming with that question. Or it's just like, I think anytime that you have people in power with guns, it's like, hey, I think that's necessary. I think it's not necessary for a healthy society.
That's what cops are.
That's what cops are. I just think you come into a spot where now you're grabbing people. Some of these people have been around for a long time in a community. it doesn't create civil rest and a healthy society is what I'm saying. And
I
I'm not disagreeing with you. I would agree that if people are coming in illegally, they should be deported. I'm not opposed to that. I think
So how do you
can't-
deport them? How do you get them to come?
I don't know. I just
Because that doesn't cause rest either, right?
I just see the dudes with a assault rifle and a bandana on, and I think, oh boy, like
You're scared.
this
terrible optics.
This does
Brutal.
not look good, man. Like
No, I think taking away the voting.
it's also why I would never
Which
give up
is-
our guns, right? It's just like keep your guns.
Well,
man.
on that note, I got an email this morning. Notice to individual firearms owners: assaults. Hey guys, if you enjoy that episode and were blessed by it, would you be willing to support the show? That would help a lot in creating more content, improving the quality of the content, putting the production value, getting more guests on, and me being able to spend more time and energy towards it. So if you're interested in doing that, you can click up here and it'll take you to a support page. But you can also subscribe to the podcast by clicking over here and doing that. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.